We are live again with BGen Pharma's live session series. I'm Dr. Kiran Swami, and today our topic is kids' health and homeopathy and beyond. What do you understand by that topic? I guess kids are the most precious thing we have, and we always want to treat them with caution. So what else is better than homeopathy? So I'm going to invite Dr. Aanchal Khanna to tell us more about kids' health and homeopathic medicines for those diseases. Let me invite her. Dr. Aanchal is a senior homeopathic consultant, and she's currently practicing in Jaipur, and she has been dealing with a lot of cases when it comes on our life. In the meantime, you can comment down your questions if you have anything related to this topic and you want to ask that question. So, hello, Dr. Aanchal. How are you?
Hi. Hi, Dr. Kiran. I'm perfectly fine. How are you?
I'm good too. So,
Good.
I was telling our viewers that we have a lot of different things to tell you about kids' health and how homeopathy can help these little precious ones.
Yes, of course, of course. It's good to be here. I'm excited and I'm happy to share whatever knowledge I have with, among homeopaths and to the general public, common people.
So, let's start with the first question.
Yeah.
Should we do this in Hindi for more audience?
Sure, sure, sure.
So, because there may be some general public as well, and they want to know about their kids' health and
Yeah,
homeopathy.
sure, sure. Whatever is more understandable. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll keep it mixed or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Then ऐसे कौन सी रीजंस हैं जिसकी वजह से मोस्टली आप क्लिनिक में विजिट करते हैं या उनके पेरेंट्स उनको लेकर आते हैं?
सो द वेरी कॉमन रीजंस जो जिसकी वजह से बच्चे क्लिनिक में आते हैं, आई थिंक दैट्स गोना बी अ टाई बिटवीन रेस्पिरेटरी प्रॉब्लम्स या फिर स्किन इश्यूज. सो देयर इज ऑलवेज अ रेसिप्रोकल रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन स्किन एंड इंटरनल ऑर्गन्स, स्पेशली लंग्स. तो रेस्पिरेटरी प्रॉब्लम जैसे कि अपर रेस्पिरेटरी प्रॉब्लम हो गई, कोल्ड, कफ, कोराइजा, और जो नाक बहती है, एंड मे बी नोज ब्लॉक. ये सारी चीज़ें जिसके लिए अक्सर बच्चे हमारे पास आते हैं इन क्लिनिक्स. एंड कभी कभी समटाइम्स दे गेट bombarded with these medicines of reductionist science, or maybe they're maltreated, then it becomes a lower respiratory problem, जैसे bronchitis, bronchiolitis या asthma हो गया, इन चीज़ों के लिए. then we have some skin issues also, जैसे dermatitis, very common among babies, neonates, infants. Yeah. So that's, I think, the most common problem.
ऐसे कौन से पर्टिकुलर डिसऑर्डर्स हैं जिसमें होम्योपैथी बहुत अच्छे से हेल्प कर सकती है और इवन बहुत जेंटलर वे में जिसमें बच्चों को बहुत हार्म भी नहीं हो और ट्रीटमेंट भी बहुत होलिस्टिक वे में हो जाए? कौन कौन सी पर्टिकुलर डिजीजें हैं जिसमें हम बच्चों को ट्रीट कर सकते
I think majorly everything. There's not even one disease which I can think of जिसमें homeopathy काम नहीं कर रही हो, या or we don't consider in our clinics. So there's no one disease जिसको हम बोलें कि ये ठीक नहीं होती. In fact, homeopathy इतनी reliable और harmless science है, without any side effects. It's known by all कि इसके कोई side effects नहीं होते हैं. बट यस, जो सबसे ज़्यादा आती हुई बीमारियां हैं टू अ होम्योपैथ, आई थिंक आजकल के टाइम पे एलर्जीज, ऑटोइम्यून डिसऑर्डर्स, और एडीएचडी, ऑटिज्म, ये ये ऐसी बीमारियां हैं जिनका इलाज बाहर कहीं नहीं है. तो पीपल प्रेफर होम्योपैथी ओवर एनी अदर मेथड ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट. So celiac disease, I guess. Celiac disease is again a very very common disease बच्चों में, और मे बी ग्लूटेन सेंसिटिविटी. तो सीलियाक डिजीज में बेसिकली होता क्या है, if I briefly tell you, तो सीलियाक डिजीज इज बेसिकली एन ऑटोइम्यून डिजीज. तो उसमें the people, the children, they're not able to have gluten, so doctors just send them home and they tell them to have a gluten-free diet all through their lives, which is very impractical because 60 to 70% of the times in healthy state we eat gluten diet only, like roti, pasta, pizza. And imagine the kind of seclusion a child would feel कि वो किसी wedding में जा रहा है या किसी birthday party में जा रहा है, all his friends, they're having a good time, they're having cakes, pasta, pizza and all. And this child comes back to the car and eat his gluten-free diet. That's what my patients come and tell me कि हमारा बच्चा इतना secluded feel होता है. Imagine the emotional plight, the child has to undergo कि सारे friends और उनको सबको छोड़ के बेचारा अकेला आगे खाना खा रहा है. So that's where homeopathy works wonders. So homeopathy, even if we give homeopathy for like 2 years, which is the upper limit किसी भी treatment का celiac disease में, तो उसके बाद अगर बच्चा independent हो जाए and he can have gluten all through his life without any inflammation, without any discomfort whatsoever, so what's better than that? Celiac disease. And the other one, I think the other very commonest problem that we see in our chambers is ADHD or maybe autism spectrum. So आजकल इतनी distractions हैं बच्चों के life में, especially screens when they're given at such an early age in life, that this too much stimulation happening in a child's life. तो उसका फोकस, कॉग्निटिव पावर, डेवलपमेंट डिलेज ये बहुत कॉमन हो गया है आजकल. तो स्क्रीन्स का क्या है ना, दैट it's a we are at the receiving end only, so it's a one way engagement. हम सिर्फ उसको देख रहे हैं. इन ओल्डर टाइम्स अगर आपने सुना हो, दैट पीपल यूज्ड टू कॉल अ टेलीविजन सेट एन इडियट बॉक्स, क्योंकि हम इडियट की तरह बैठ के उसको सिर्फ देख रहे होते हैं. सो उसकी वजह से देयर इज नो इंटरैक्शन. एंड देन देयर इज very famous YouTube video, this thing also, I won't name it, but वो इतना hyper stimulatory है that children are so addictive to such shows that they are transfixed for hours. And बच्चे जो पेरेंट्स हैं वो इनको वो उसको आई थिंक दे हैव नेम्ड इट समथिंग ऑल्सो. सो अब लोगों को रिकग्नाइज होने लगा दैट्स वेरी बैड फॉर द चाइल्ड्स हेल्थ. एंड व्हाट इज द रिजल्ट? there are developmental delays, there is potential cognitive developmental disorders, there is the child is not able to अपने आसपास के सराउंडिंग से he is not able to interact. then emotional intelligence नहीं बन रही है. so autism is again, autism spectrum एक ऐसी चीज है जिसमें जब छोटा बच्चा होता है we give them screen for our own convenience as parents, because we don't want to take the burden of बच्चों को चुप कराओ, या जो हमारे पेरेंट्स ने आई गेस लिया है. तो उनको हम बचपन में ही स्क्रीन दे देते हैं. तो उनकी जो the development starts when you touch things. जब कुछ टच कर रहे हैं, बचपन में ऐसे बर्तन दे देते थे हम लोगों को, बर्तन टच कर रहे हैं, उससे से खेल रहे हैं, टॉयज, that those stimulations are required. तो जब वो स्क्रीन पे ही फोकस करेगा तो वो डेवलप ही नहीं कर रहा है उस हिसाब से. That's why they are having autism spectrum. I mean, there are multiple causes of course, but this is one theory which I think is true. तो इस पे हम लोग काम करते हैं. So people coming with ADHD, autism, in चीज पे homeopathy has worked wonders. Yes.
Actually homeopathy में बहुत बिलीव है कि it can boost your immunity,
Yeah.
can boost your child's immunity. So how does that happen?
Okay, so ऐसा बोलते हैं कि होम्योपैथी या और भी कई चीजें which boost the immunity, but I think if we take it like professionally, like if we think about it, so we need to first understand what immunity is. So कोई भी चीज आपकी इम्यूनिटी बूस्ट नहीं करती है. Immunity is basically what, if we have studied in a medical college, and we know that immunity is what? Immunity is your defense, your body's defense to outside allergens or maybe germs, right? और इम्यूनिटी क्या है टेक्निकली, मैं बहुत टेक्निकल है ये पार्ट, बट मैं बहुत ज़्यादा डीप नहीं जाऊंगी, एंड आई वांट टू कीप इट मोर लाइक कॉम्प्रिहेंसिबल. सो इम्यूनिटी क्या है बेसिकली, आपके ब्लड स्ट्रीम में या बॉडी में कुछ सेल्स हैं, जैसे न्यूट्रोफिल, इजनोफिल्स, राइट, बी सेल्स, टी सेल्स और एन के सेल्स. ये हमारी इम्यून सिस्टम बनाती है, राइट. और ये हमें प्रोटेक्ट करती है जर्म से, एलर्जन से, जो भी हमारी बॉडी में एंटर कर रहे हैं. तो देन अगर हम इम्यूनिटी बूस्ट करते हैं, विच मीन्स टू ब्रेक इट डाउन, एन के सेल्स या बी सेल्स, टी सेल्स, इनको हम, वी आर गिविंग पावर, right, we are giving power to these cells with the help of homeopathic medicines, right. बट अगर ऐसा है तो फिर एलर्जीज में या ऑटो इम्यून कंडीशंस में हम इनको पावर दे रहे हैं, तो इसका मतलब हम गलत कर रहे हैं ना. वी आर नॉट सपोज टू बूस्ट इम्यूनिटी, देन वी आर नॉट सपोज टू बूस्ट इम्यून सेल्स. व्हाट हैपेंस इन एलर्जी इज कि आपकी बॉडी में जो एलर्जेंस घुस रहे हैं, विच आर कंप्लीटली हार्मलेस, और उन्हीं से हमारी बॉडी बनती है, उसको भी हमारे सेल्स, दे हैव बिकम हाइपर एक्टिव, दे आर हाइपर स्टिमुलेटेड, एंड दे वांट टू किल दोज एलर्जेंस. वो उनकी किलिंग करते हैं एक्सेस में. नाउ वी कांट गिव पावर टू देम, राइट. एंड likewise in autoimmune disorders also, जो हमारे सेल्स हैं, दे आर टारगेटिंग द सेल्फ, बिकॉज वो गलत रिकॉग्नाइज कर रहे हैं दैट दिस इज द हार्मफुल थिंग वी नीड टू टारगेट. तो यहाँ पे भी वी कैन नॉट गिव देम एनर्जी, राइट, वी कैन नॉट बूस्ट द इम्यूनिटी. So we are not boosting immunity, we are correcting immunity. So ये बहुत layman term है, जैसे we say like a moment of sadness or maybe few days of sadness, we say we are depressed. So that is a very layman term. You're not depressed, you're just sad. So that's what we do. And then so if we want to understand how homeopathy corrects immunity, तो उसके लिए हमें समझना पड़ेगा that what causes a disease. So briefly, there are three causes. Why a disease forms. So, number one being the battlefield of morbific germs, जो हमारे bacteria, viruses and all, that combines with the impurities from within, जो हमारी body में, and then the nature of the soil, that is the constitution, right? So, allopathic or the conventional medicine, what it does is it acts only on the morbific agents from without, right? So वो जर्म्स खत्म कर देती है, एंड दैट्स व्हाई एक किसी बच्चे को सर्दी खांसी जुकाम है तो वो ठीक हो जाता है, बट इट हैज एन अंडरलाइंग सॉइल विच इज नॉट करेक्ट. तो इसलिए उसको बार बार कफ कोल्ड होता रहेगा, एंड देन एंड अगेन वो बच्चा वापस एंटीबायोटिक्स लेता रहेगा, एंटी एलर्जेंस लेता रहेगा, मॉन्टेनकेल्सी विच इज वेरी कॉमन, जो हर बच्चे को आई थिंक दे देते हैं आजकल. Even steroids have become common, unfortunately. तो बार बार उसको वही दे रहे हैं, एंड देन these physicians they realize that ये बच्चा ठीक नहीं हो रहा. Any practitioner, any experienced practitioner, sooner or later learn that these medicines are not sufficient to completely cure the child. There is something more that is needed. So because they don't have, it's their inefficiency. So they say कि इसकी बच्चे की immunity weak है. That's that's the word, something to hide the inefficiency. Kiski immunity weak hai, we can't do much. So they send them back, and then they come to homeopaths. Usually homeopaths के पास उसके बाद आते हैं that our child is taking so much of antibiotics and बार बार वो ill हो रहा है. पहले तो एक मंथ में एक बार होता था, अब एक महीने में 3 बार हो रहा है. इसका कॉन्वलेसेंस इतना स्लो है कि ये ठीक ही नहीं हो पाता है. जब बीमार होता है एंड देन एक ब्रीफ पीरियड आता है जब ठीक होता है, एंड देन फिर से इसको बीमारी हो जाती है, स्पेशली विद कोल्ड कफ एंड रेस्पिरेटरी प्रॉब्लम्स. दैट्स अ वेरी कॉमन थिंग वी गेट इन आवर क्लिनिक. तो उस केस में व्हाट होम्योपैथी डज नाउ इज दैट वी गिव मेडिसिन्स which are sometimes we give on a surface level, like we give aconite or maybe bryonia or these surface level medicines, and we see results. But now also we are just curing the impurities that is within. We have not touched the soil yet. तो हमारी practice में भी what we see is कि बच्चे को आराम आता है, उसकी maybe the frequency becomes less of getting sick तो वो जब जो पेशेंट, जो हमारा बेबी पेशेंट है, वो फिर भी बार बार आ रहा है, अभी भी वो ठीक नहीं हुआ, that's where we have to realize that the nature of the soil needs to be changed, and which can only be changed by giving some antisolic. तो कोई भी एक्यूट कंडीशन जो आती है वो हमेशा उस ट्रैक में आती है जो बॉडीली कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बनाता है, एंड हियर वी नीड to give some antisolic. And that's what Hahnemann also realized, you know. He was treating patients and he was seeing patients जब वो बार बार आ रहे थे, and he realized this thing कि लोग ठीक नहीं हो रहे, and that's when he gave miasmatic theory. So that's if we are working on the miasm of the child or maybe the person, in the body, then only we are correcting the immunity. Then only we are making the person healthy again, and we are restoring the sick, as it is termed, aphorism number 1, right? So that's um, that's where homeopathy helps in correcting the immunity rather than, you know, boosting the immunity.
It was a
I
wonderful
hope I
concept.
haven't made that more technical. I mean, I have tried to keep it very
And the
comprehensible.
difference between that, like,
Yeah,
sometimes somebody has to speak about it कि क्या
yeah,
डिफरेंस है और कैसे अलग है.
exactly.
uh,
Yes.
my next question is कि बहुत सारे लोगों में ये डिसबिलीव है कि होम्योपैथी आर जस्ट शुगर बॉट्स और शुगर पिल्स. So how is it different from conventional medicines?
So you're asking me about the effectiveness of homeopathy. So sugar pills, yes, there are people who call it just sugar pills. There's nothing wrong in it. If they are, you know, we use sugar pellets to dispense our medicines, but then just not sugar pills. Or since we are talking about kids, so how will kids decipher between they are getting better. So वो तो prove हो रहा है that it's not a placebo. If a 2 months old baby is coming to me and he's getting better, definitely it's not a placebo. He doesn't know he's getting this thing in his, you know, top feed milk. So so this proves that, first of all, this proves that it's not just sugar pills. And then I feel very positive. That's strange, but I feel very positive that people, homeopathy has gained critics. That's because homeopathy has gained a lot of popularity. There has been a major shift in homeopathy taking population, and that's why this whole lobby is up in the arms. This whole lobby is bashing homeopathy like anything. So that's a good thing also. And then if I see the critics, so the skeptics are basically putting homeopathy in the controversies because uh, we use ultra diluted medicines, we use high dilutions. So these dilutions go beyond the Avogadro number, that is 10 raised to power minus 23. And these skeptics or the critics are criticizing homeopathy because they don't understand, they're looking for answers at the wrong place. So how allopathy works is it works with the molecules, acting with the biochemistry of the body. That's not exactly not how homeopathy works. Homeopathy works on the physics and not chemistry. The answer is in physics. um, if we read Organon of Medicine, which is the Bible of homeopathy, all the laws of homeopathy, they all align perfectly with the laws of physics. हम स्टुअर्ट क्लोज पढ़ते हैं तो बहुत अच्छे से चीज़ों को समझाते हैं कि कैसे फिजिक्स और होम्योपैथी बिल्कुल मर्ज करते हैं उनके लॉज, राइट? And there's a special stream which is called quantum physics, which is my subject of interest these days. And it proves homeopathy. If you study quantum physics, you know homeopathy, but it proves homeopathy. So there's, I'll tell you very briefly, because I don't want to go to the technical part. It's very difficult to be away from the technical part, being a professional. But yes, so अगर हम quantum physics पढ़ते हैं तो there's this law which states that two particles interact with each other independent of space and time. You understand? So this thing, and then there's another thing, that the energy. the energies. It's not confined in a, it's not constricted in a particular area. It's all over the universe. And that's what our law of minimum states. Exactly, that's what our law of minimum states. So we give medicines, we just have to, match the essence of a particular particle or a particular plant, animal, whatever, with the picture that the patient is presenting. We just have to match the essence, and the universe will do its job. It's energy. It's the science of energy. So there's another um, point that this quantum physics makes. It says that there's something called Schumann's resonance, which states that the Earth, it has a frequency which is approximately 7.83 hertz, right? And all of us are in the same frequency range, approximately around 7.83. And it has been proven repeatedly with experimentation that जो भी लोग इस 7.83 हर्ट्ज के ऊपर या नीचे जाते हैं, they suffer from illnesses, right? तो हम फिजिक्स में पढ़ते थे ना, ट्यूनिंग फॉर्क लेके, the oscillatory movement, and we touch the other part and then it oscillates the other thing. So that's how homeopathy works. So you don't have to be in contact with the same thing. एक कोई अलग जगह है, एक कोई अलग जगह है, क्वांटम इंटेंगलमेंट हो रहा है, एंड आप किसी भी मटेरियल, किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट का असेंस लो एंड उसकी वाइब्रेशन यू पुट इट इनटू द पर्सन. So homeopathy is an energy of science, and quantum physics proves it. It's really beautiful, if you're a homeopath, you must read quantum physics and the laws.
I guess these days a lot of science has been explaining homeopathy in a wonderful way.
Yes, true.
Talk about nanoparticles.
Yeah.
There has been a lot of studies for that. Some are doing them chemically. Some studies are there where they are taking molecules from mother tinctures and using them in a molecular level on diseased tissues. So you can see the action live.
Yes.
It's very fascinating. I once saw a study and it was very amazing.
Yeah, even neuroscience proves everything. I mean, the neuroscience is going towards that. Quantum physics is going towards that. What we have discovered like 200 years ago.
Even
So beautiful to see.
one article about water memory.
Yeah.
So somewhere states about the dilutions.
Yeah, but that's a very different concept that actually contradicts homeopathy. If you want to check this thing out, you can search on YouTube Dr. Vithul Kas water memory, and you'll see how he says that the concept of water memories contradicts the rules of homeopathy. So and he tells the political involvement also.
There was
So he says, yeah,
which I read in college.
sorry,
There was an article actually supporting it. I read in college.
Yeah, but if you listen to the video of Dr. Vitul Kas, you'll get to know what I'm saying. So, but yes, that's true that there are many fields of science which are working towards that, or maybe in future eventually you will prove what homeopathy does to the body and systems.
So my next question is, how much time patient or a parent should expect to get healed from homeopathy, or what should they expect from homeopathy in reference of a time limit?
So, so it depends on what we are looking at. अगर हम एक रिलीफ के तौर पे देख रहे हैं चीजों को, या हम क्योर के तौर पे देख रहे हैं. So if we talk about acute diseases, जैसे कोल्ड हो गया, फीवर हो गया, कफ, कोराइजर, जो भी है, एंड उसका कोई क्रॉनिक पार्ट नहीं है और सडन हुआ है, लाइक स्प्रेन हो गया, then we can expect a recovery like in couple of hours to a day maybe. So that's very instant. Of course, if we compare with allopathy, maybe not, but iska bhi there's an instant improvement that we see in acute diseases. Sometimes antibiotics और इनसे भी जल्दी कर देती है. That depends on how you're prescribing, what you're prescribing, of course, and then human errors, whatever. But if we look at chronic diseases जो बहुत टाइम से चली आ रही हैं, तो that depends on the individual because it's very subjective. Some patients, they recover very fast. There's some strong constitution person, they recover fast. And then it depends on how your body is reacting, how much your body system is tampered with, taking this thing, conventional medicines or reductionist medicines from the reductionist science, whatever. But then some people think that homeopathy is very slow acting. That's a common myth, I guess. सबको ये सुनना ही पड़ता है once in a lifetime, right? So I would say that आपको slow तभी लगती है if you start comparing it with allopathic medicine. So किसी को for example asthma है, किसी के बच्चे को like asthma है और उसके क्या symptoms होते हैं? Cold, cough, coryza, congestion, डिफिकल्टी इन ब्रीदिंग, लॉस ऑफ ब्रेथ, ये वाले सारे सिम्टम्स होते हैं राइट क्रोनिक डिजीज में. सो इफ वी टेक इनहेलर्स जो जिसमें स्टेरॉइड्स होते हैं यूजुअली, तो हमें इंस्टेंट रिलीफ आता है. द मोमेंट वी पंप तो हमें इंस्टेंटली फील बेटर होता है राइट. तो अगर हम इसको एक शॉर्टर स्पेक्ट्रम में देखें तो हमें इंस्टेंट रिलीफ मिल रहा है. वाइल इफ वी कंपेयर इट विद होम्योपैथी तो डेफिनेटली आपको थोड़ा सा सफर करना पड़ेगा, मे बी फॉर अ डे और टू, बट यू विल गेट रिलीफ राइट. अब इसी को हम एक लॉन्गर रन में देखते हैं, तो मे बी आफ्टर 1 ईयर 2 ईयर जो इनहेलर है आप अभी भी वही ले रहे हैं, मे बी ज्यादा फ्रीक्वेंसी पे, क्योंकि अब आप ज्यादा बीमार पड़ने लगे हैं. सो इफ यू कंपेयर द फर्स्ट डे एंड द डे टू डे, तो आपको दिखेगा कि आपकी जो फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ गेटिंग दिस रिकरेंट एपिसोड्स ऑफ कंजेशन एंड ऑल, ये बढ़ गया है ओवर टाइम. तो कम नहीं होता है कभी भी. और होम्योपैथी ऑन द कॉन्ट्ररी, अगर आप 2 साल से ले रहे हैं तो the frequency of getting these episodes they decreases drastically. You don't need medicines. आप जो medicines ले रहे हैं वो चलो 2 साल से चल रही है, but आपके दिन अच्छे कट रहे हैं, आप feel better कर रहे हैं, and you are able to carry out most of your daily chores routine. आप easily कर पा रहे हैं. So that depends on what you are looking at. Are you looking for a temporary relief or you're looking for a permanent cure of their problem? So it completely depends. Chronic disease में आप कितने स्पेक्ट्रम से चीजों को देख रहे हैं एंड किन ग्लासेस से चीजों को देख रहे हैं. So sometimes the sight is so fixed on the obvious that we are not able to focus on the underlying dyscrasia, the underlying problem. तो कभी कभी patient parents especially आजकल parents are so they want the results so fast because allopathy बहुत fast है, they want कि अभी बच्चे को cold हो रहा है तो अभी ठीक हो जाना चाहिए, that they lose the focus कि underlying problem क्या है, and they won't be able to cure it ever, और बच्चा सिर्फ deteriorate ही होगा उसके बाद. So that's I think our duty as physicians also to make them understand, to counsel them regularly that this is what happening with your baby, to give them some live examples, या फिर उनके बच्चे के ही हिस्ट्री में से इंस्टेंसेस उठा के उनको बताना कि देखो आपका बच्चा इतना बीमार था, आज ये बच्चा इतना बीमार है, what are you thinking of the future treatment, what do you want the treatment to be. तो ये सब हमें ही, it's our duty, we have to take the command, we have to tell them.
Yes, sure, because जितना अवेयर हम पेरेंट्स को कर पाएंगे उतना हमारे लिए अच्छा है कि पेशेंट्स अंडरस्टैंड करें एटलीस्ट.
Yes.
ऐसी कौन कौन सी हम रेमेडीज हैं जो घर में रख सकते हैं अपने बच्चों के लिए, किड्स बेसिकली जो किड्स डिजीज के लिए सबसे ज्यादा काम आती है कि एक्यूट कंडीशन में हम डॉक्टर से बात करें और बच्चों को इंस्टेंटली दे पाए, सॉर्ट ऑफ लाइक फर्स्ट एड किट फॉर किड्स.
So I don't think there are any medicines, and I don't want to limit the number of medicines. There are 5,000 7,000 medicines which can be given, and I cannot limit the medicine because मैं आपको 15-20 दवाइयाँ बता भी दूंगी तो जरूरी नहीं है कि हर टाइम वही काम आएगी. तो वो एक पॉइंट से दूसरे पॉइंट कहीं भी आ सकते हैं. बट माई एडवाइस which I would really like to give to parents is, and which I really hate in my personal practice, that people self-prescribe because they are, easily available over the counter. That's what we, that's one thing we don't want parents to do. Never to, self-prescribe medicines. The child needs to come to the physician. The physician needs to have a look at the patient, at the little kid especially, because in children we cannot ask many questions. We just have to observe sometimes, especially when they are 2 3 months old. We just can't give them medicines over a call. So that's one thing I would really advise parents, never to self administer. It's homeopathic medicine are a law. The homeopathic system of medicine is a law based science, like cures like. So we need to see the patient first and then only we prescribe. Out of those 7 medicine, we prescribe one then. So that's, I don't want to limit the the number of medicines by telling you some 15 20 random medicines.
That's a
What
good
do
advice.
you think?
We don't want everyone to take medicine by themselves and harm themselves.
Yeah, that's the biggest malpractice that is happening in homeopathy. And then patients say that we didn't get better with homeopathy because the doctor wasn't right. You were self-prescribing.
So
Yeah,
I would like to conclude the session with this last
yeah,
question. What is
yeah.
the one fact which will surprise the parents about homeopathy?
Oh, so there are many I can give you. So first thing first, I would like to tell all parents who are watching me, or watching us, is that homeopathy is more than a treatment. So homeopathy is wellness. So if we are giving जितना अभी मैंने बताया उससे ही we can conclude that homeopathy सिर्फ और सिर्फ आपकी acute condition के लिए नहीं दी जाती है. If we are working on a deeper level, like I said, if we are giving some antisoric like Kilcaria, Lyco, sulfur, whatever, तो अगर हम ऐसी कोई दवा दे रहे हैं, we are working on the deeper level, the roots of the problem, and for that we need to give a prolonged medications, right? तो उसके लिए हमें थोड़ा टाइम देना पड़ता है डॉक्टर्स को. So it's working on the wellness also, along with the acute exacerbation, whatever the symptoms the child is getting. So that's one thing. Another thing is that homeopathy can be used as a prophylactic, a preventive. So जब भी कभी epidemic होता है, कोई outbreak हो गया, तो होम्योपैथ्स कभी कभी प्रिवेंटिव मेडिसिन देते हैं, प्रोफाइलैक्टिक जिसे बोलते हैं. And but that is again based on like cures like. So there are no random medicines which can be dispensed. Give this and you won't get it. No, it doesn't happen like that. But yes, some कुछ ऐसी दवाइयाँ जैसे हमने morbillinum दी एक measles outbreak में, or we can give influenzinum for a flu outbreak. तो ऐसी कुछ बीमारियाँ होती हैं जिनका epidemic आते ही you must go to a homeopath and he will give you some prophylactic विच विल. और ऐसा देखा गया है कि ऐसे केसेस में उन बच्चों ने जिन्होंने होम्योपैथी ली थी, दे वर लेस लाइकली टू गेट इन्फेक्टेड विद दोज प्रॉब्लम्स जो एपिडेमिक में चल रही है. देन देयर आर then there's what do you say, I mean, yeah, that's about it. I think this much information is enough for the parents to know. I mean, this is intriguing for the parents. So
I hope इतनी सारी जो हमने पॉइंट्स डिस्कस किए ये पेरेंट्स को मोटिवेट करेंगे टू कम टू होम्योपैथी और अपने बच्चों को rather than giving them those large doses and spoiling
yeah,
their health further,
yes.
तो उससे बेटर है कि इसको एक लॉन्ग टर्म में ठीक कर लें और क्योर की तरफ जाएं.
Definitely, you need to have a long-term vision. You can't, have that tunnel vision thing happening. So you can't just look at some particular episode and say कि मेरा बच्चा बीमार है. You have to look at the underlying dysplasia also. Yes.
I hope everyone liked the session and thank you so much Dr. Achal for coming on board with us
Thank you so
for this.
much for having me. And you guys are doing, Dr. Kiran or the BJ and other guys are doing a brilliant job by calling experienced people on board and we are also able to share our knowledge and create awareness which is lacking about homeopathy.
तो दैट्स आवर गोल एक्चुअली कि जितना हो सकता है हम मिथ्स को डिबंक करें और फैक्ट्स को इवन सामने लाएं और इवन जैसे अभी हमने इम्यूनिटी की बात की
Yeah.
बहुत कॉमन कॉन्सेप्ट है कि हम इंक्रीज कर रहे हैं या डिक्रीज कर रहे हैं तो अब जिसमें ऑलरेडी हाइपर एक्टिविटी है उसको हम डिक्रीज भी कर रहे हैं तो वी आर जस्ट बैलेंसिंग आवर हेल्थ सो दिस वे
Yes.
दिस होम्योपैथी विल ग्रो विद ऑल ऑफ अस थैंक यू
Yes.
एवरीवन
Yes,
for
definitely.
joining and thank you so much.
Cool.